Welcome to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source, and we have an amazing show lined up for you today. Always excited to see everybody here at the Tucson Tasty Show. We had a great night last night. World Margarita Competition Championship. Some great margaritas, great company, and sorry you missed it, Cody.
What can I say?
Always happy to have you here, though. What's up? What's new with Network Outdoors?
Well, we have a wild game dinner going to be coming up, confirming that we have the location right now, but that's going to be fun, and in public exposition with some local firearm and archery and local trainers in October.
That's super exciting. So we're going to do more than just the wild game dinner. It's going to be a whole event based around Network Outdoors.
Yes, whole event, and the tip-off of it will be about 150 seats for the wild game dinner, but the few hours beforehand will be open to the public.
Oh, that's awesome. And then and we're going to have some amazing cuts from different wild hunts and exotic foods. No tiger will be allowed, but
no lion, tiger, or bear. No.
So
maybe bear.
So for last year's event, though, we had Vera Earl Premium Beef.
Yep, they're going to be back.
They're going to be back. Cool, because I love their strip loin. It's just so amazing, in their beef, their ground beef. It's all 21-day dry aged, and I know they're one of my sponsors, but I can't talk about them enough because it's just so tasty. In fact, we're rolling out a box. It's going to be the Tucson Tasty Show. It's so good. The Tucson Tasty Show is partnering with Vera Earl, and we're rolling out a beef box, and it's the Tucson Tasty Show Vera Earl box. But you can go on later this week. We're gonna have a countdown to the first box, but you can sign up to be on the waiting list, and you get enough beef for 7 meals out of it. And you get ground beef, you get a surprise cut for the grill, you get all kinds of amazing stuff, and it's gonna be so tasty. In fact, to the point my mouth is watering. It's gonna be so tasty. I'm so excited. But their ground beef, the one thing that I love about their ground beef, you put 7 ounces out, and when you're done with the burger, you have 7-ounce burger. It doesn't shrink at all because there's no filler. It's all just straight beef. And in fact, if you're curious about what their beef tastes like, join us Wednesday at Thunder Bacon Burger, where we're going to
actually have their ground beef.
Where you can actually have their ground beef because it's so amazing. They actually do it. They have it exclusive. So awesome. And looking forward to it. So we have our consultant chef here. How you doing, Joshua?
I'm doing all right on this Saturday.
Yep. And we actually have another guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself and where you're from.
My name is Emily, and I work with the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, the reason that you're joining us is a really cool reason and a lot of fun, an interactive experience. What do you have going on?
Yeah, so next Saturday at the Park Place Mall, Saturday, June 22nd, we're going to be hosting an event called Construction. Construction is a competition between all sorts of architects, builders, engineers, where they compete to see who can create the best sculptures made entirely out of canned goods, which they then donate to the food bank to help us replenish our pantries.
That's so cool. Who are the competitors so far?
So we have a number of different teams. We have some are grouped together, so some companies have chosen to team up. But the main ones that we have are TEP, Lloyd, Construction, Swaim, and Onyx Creative. And then I know that they're working with some of their builders and other companies that they also work closely with.
That's awesome. That's going to be a lot of fun. So there's a couple aspects of the competition that I really was intrigued with and why I'm excited to talk about it. Can you tell us about the couple different aspects that you have to, or the qualifications for judging, if you will?
So there's a number of different awards that each of the teams can win. They are creating sculptures that can be a max size of 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet tall. And each of these sculptures is going to be judged by a number of judges, including, of course, your one and only Wesley Source hosting the show. And it's going to be a ton of fun to watch them build on build day. The sculptures will stay up after that, and there's a number of different awards that they can win, one of which is the People's Choice Award, which is decided by the people who come and view these sculptures. And one donation will equate to one vote. So if you make a donation to the food bank we have a donation page set up for this specifically, you can vote for which team you think did the best job. And then we have some other fun awards that our judges will be able to decide, which include things like which set of cans in their sculptures make up the best meal, who had the best use of labels, who had the most cans that are getting all donated to the food bank. And there's a few others, but yeah, that's kind of the gist of it.
Oh, that's exciting.
So is there any rules on what types of sculptures they are allowed to build with these
Well,
cans?
let's
good
get into that
question.
next week because you're coming back next week, and I want your opinion on the tips and tricks in the kitchen with Joshua. So what do you got? What do you have for us today, Chef?
Well, since it's been getting hot outside, I've been doing pulled pork. So what I did was I made 3 different types of barbecue sauce, and one you actually put together right here.
Oh, you brought something for us.
Yes, I did.
Oh, so we're doing
Show and tell.
a little taste. This is a half-gallon mason jar that he just pulled out of his bag. Thank you.
So Wes, I think we're gonna have a cook-off between his pulled pork and mine.
I would win.
Hard to look at.
So this is our barbecue. Hang on. So this is a barbecue sauce that you make?
Yeah. So since I grew up in Tennessee, I like what they call a Tennessee red. It's more of a vinegar based, and you can use ketchup, tomato paste. For this one right here, I actually used a stewed tomatoes and let it simmer for about 8 hours. So that's why it's a little bit darker color. This one right here, I actually did use ketchup, a little bit of honey, and different seasonings and stuff like this. Now the thing, whatever you're going to season your meat with, you can use that same seasoning to make your sauce out of. So it actually complements the extra flavors. So I got this one, and then this one is just ketchup and apple cider vinegar.
Did you bring a straw?
No, I brought some plates and so that one right here, like I said, is just vinegar and ketchup.
Vinegar and ketchup. So why vinegar and ketchup?
I don't know. It's
Because
just,
it's
the
something
Tennessee
you do.
base is like that. That's what they use is the vinegar based.
So typically, when I'm doing the different marinades and stuff, that's the word I was looking for. So
Brining it.
yeah, brining it. But I do 50-50. So I do 50% distilled white vinegar and then 50% whatever barbecue sauce I want. And usually it's something that I store by because I'm not that inventive to make my own barbecue sauce, and maybe I need to do that with you. And then we could put that on the website and raise money for the food bank or something. But
One thing you gotta look at your vinegar is make sure it's 5%, because most of the time nowadays they got like 4.5 or 4%. You want that actually, especially if you're canning stuff, you want it to be that 5% acidity. So with that, I also have sugar. I'll put the sugar in there, and then this is just a mixture of barbecue seasonings.
tasty.
Now you can either shake it up, or I'm gonna cheat. I brought my little milk frother.
Is there a technical word for what you're doing right now? Or is it just mixing?
Mixing, yeah. Because normally you could just put the lid on and shake it up.
He's frothing the barbecue
the
sauce.
barbecue sauce.
There you go.
So I got those 3 different ones right there. I got some plates here. And I actually made some pulled pork.
So how long do you cook your pulled pork?
So this one
Is it
was actually 10 hours. I have this smoker that's a indoor smoker. It says it's indoor, but then if you read the instructions, it's like, don't use indoor. Like,
Well,
why are you
that's-
going to sell an indoor smoker?
That's for legal reasons?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I normally do is I put it on top of my stove and turn on the exhaust fan. So if anything comes out of the extra smoke, it's not going to smoke up the whole house. Granted, my house ends up smelling like a smokehouse for about 3 days afterwards. But also on Monday, I had 2 dino ribs from Verrell, and I actually smoked those as well. And man, those are so good.
I love
got-
those dino ribs.
I got pictures on my Instagram of them. It's like the cross section of it. It looks so nice.
So do you know what a dino rib is?
I do not.
So dino rib is essentially beef rib, and they typically they try to leave a little bit more meat on it, so that's the rib cap, and then you smoke it or you braise it, or I'm sure you've had braised beef ribs. Yeah, that's just it's cut, the ribs cut the different direction, so they leave them whole, so you get this massive like Flintstone size bone. It's great.
That sounds
It's
great.
usually about 6 to 8 inches. That's how big they were.
Perfect. And while you're setting that up, I just want to say thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. And the Tucson Tasty Show is brought to you by Kiki Rogers Country Financial Insurance Bureau, Premium Beef, Dirty Cactus Soap, Novus Vita, Mafia Kitchen, Your Financial Guy Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Levity Wellness Center, Allegra Print. And don't forget to subscribe and share. If you are where you can't see us, you should jump on YouTube and check us out. And that's the Tasty Show 520. We're also broadcasting live to the Facebook page, and that's the Tucson Tasty Show. And you can actually make comments, or you can even call into the show at 520 790-2040. That's 790-2040, and be a part of the show. So really quick, who's sponsoring your event with the canned food drive?
Our sponsors this year are Tucson Electric Power, the Park Place Mall, and the event is actually an international event from the AIA.
Okay.
They're the Architecture Association, and they created this event. And this is our Tucson chapter. It benefits the Community Food Bank.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that they're doing that, and it was really great to see you. We got to go into break here, so go to the the YouTube channel and check out what Joshua's doing for us, and we'll be right back after this short break. Again, thank you to our amazing sponsors, Network Outdoors. Thank you to Kiki Rogers Country Financial Insurance Bureau, Premium Beef, Novus Vita, Mafia Kitchen, Your Financial Guy Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Levity Wellness Center, and Allegra Marketing, Print, and Mail. That one's the one at 22nd and Park. And if you haven't been in there, Patrick is great. He'll take care of everything, all of your needs. And stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source, and we're here with an amazing show today. Super excited to be here. We survived the World Margarita Championship, and thank you so much to Saka for putting that on. It was a great event. We saw some great people there. Tucson Foodie was there, Shane, and Tina was there too. And we had Ken was there, Devin Sanders. I mean, the list is endless, really. And there were some really good margaritas as well. So they did a really good job. So we are back in the studio, and we've got some pulled pork we're going to try out really quick from Joshua. Just trying to cram too much into an hour. Everybody thinks it's an hour, that's forever, but when you're on the radio, you have radio time.
It goes quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And that's Patrick, our pizza guy, Pizza Pat. Thank you for coming to the show today. We're super excited to talk about your up and coming adventures with food truck and everything else that you're doing.
Yep.
But tell us a little bit about this pork. You said that it's an indoor smoker.
Yeah, so it's about the size of like a crock pot. And then whenever you look at it, it has like a little coil on the side. You put your little wood chips in there. Now, this took about 10 hours, and it's it's not my best work, but whenever you want that smoked infusion into your meats, it's a really good way. So
Perfect.
Another thing, like whenever you're smoking meats, if you're not rolling in that smoke all the time, you might as well just put it in the oven after the first 2 hours. Like, you get that smoke flavor, just go ahead and roast your stuff in the oven.
See, typically what I do, no, I'm not going to tell you because we're going to have a pork butt competition.
Oh, I want to jump in this.
And,
Well, I already missed
I
that
win.
brisket one, so
Yeah.
You did.
it was too cold. I'm not getting out of bed.
I think there's an opportunity to do something with that towards the end of summer, maybe.
should,
maybe we could
definitely.
partner up with somebody. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
Get some heritage pork in there.
Shh. We can't tell them where we're getting our pork from, man.
Bringing that Wagyu beef.
Wagyu beef.
Wagyu
Pork
pork.
butt. This tastes like beef. No, it's pork, I swear.
Right.
We labeled it pork.
All right. So let's
smells
go through
delicious.
this really quick, and then you know what? While I'm tasting this,
So you're
Patrick,
going to want to start with the thinner sauce because that's what was made right now.
Okay.
Because if you start with the thicker one, and that was the 8-hour simmer, it's going to be more in-depth flavor.
Right. Vinegar based?
Yes.
I love vinegar based.
I grew up in Tennessee, so that's what like Tennessee Red is what I call it. Which
Yeah,
usually
that's
is a mixture of like what the Carolina Red and Memphis and stuff. So
Yeah, I could drink that.
That's delicious. Well, I'm sorry, that's tasty.
like I said, this was just my normal barbecue seasoning that I would use on any type of other rub. Just put it right in there.
So we have about 8 minutes.
All right.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background? How did you get into pizza? Why are you doing pizza? What's your favorite pizza? And who have you learned from to make pizza?
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
and just really quick before you do that, I forgot to mention, we got to say happy birthday to Chef Devin Sanner. Today is his birthday. If you have,
happy birthday, Devin, for sure.
if you are on the east side of Tucson or not on the east side of Tucson, drive over to the restaurant and order a cake and sing him happy birthday. Everybody in Tucson needs to do this. Chef Devin is amazing.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
And he did a great job last night in the margarita championship. I want to call it a competition, but really it was a championship because it's a world margarita championship. But
Much like our World
everything that
Series.
he's been doing has been awesome. He's on point with everything for sure.
awesome. So, okay, Patrick, now it's all about you. Let's go.
Yeah, I got started in pizza a little over 2 years ago. It's been about 2.5 years now. I found it when I was traveling in New York. I was over on the East Coast for about 19 days. And I just liked it so much, I started overnighting it back to Tucson. Tucson didn't really have the real New York style that I was tasting over there.
Okay.
So I did some research. I got a New York water maker and got in touch with some heavy hitters in the pizza game, Tony Gemignani. I've now since met Silo Chapman and Joseph Carlucci, who are all world champions as well, and been able to learn from the best in order to bring a good product, an awesome product, not just something out of a can and onto some pre-made dough or anything like that.
Right.
Really gained a passion for it over the last 2 years. As you know, our spot closed down in the mall, and these two gentlemen have helped me get back on my feet with a food truck that I actually just got home from driving across country from South Carolina. So finishing the build on it, gonna get that up and going. Figure out where I'm going to be posted up at. Obviously, it'll be all over our social media. Not sure if we're going to rebrand or keep the same brand. We're still up in the air for that.
Pat's Pizza Truck, I think, is open.
I'm trying to keep my name out of it. They say that in business that's a good thing to do. But I've got a couple of ideas. I won't let them slip right now. But I've got a couple of ideas for some names. But I'm going to be offering multiple styles of pizza on it. We'll be doing the Chicago Cracker Thin. We'll be doing the Detroit. We'll be doing the Sicilian, the New York, and the Grandma.
Now,
So there'll be limited supply on each one each day. But
Let's talk about the Sicilian really quick.
yeah,
Well, I was going to see if he was going to be able. Are you going to be able to keep that same type of New York water that you were using?
yeah.
from the
So that's
mall?
all going to come down to the commissary that I get. If I can install my water machine in it. If not, I've got possibly in the works a brick and mortar that is also going to be invested in, and if that happens, then I'll just run my commissary out of my own restaurant. But for the first few months, probably we're going to have to find a commissary that'll allow me to plumb in so that I can use that New York water. That's definitely an essential thing to my brand.
Right.
I'm first to market with it in Tucson, so I'm definitely going to run with that. That company's been working with me during my transition time right now, so I can move it anytime I need to. And yeah, if anybody knows of a good commissary out there, I'm looking for one. I've searched for a couple of them. They're just not really meeting the needs. But if anybody has a commissary or knows of one, I'm open.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's chat after the show because
Cool.
we can definitely we know a few people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm just
I know a
ready to
couple
bring
people
good
in
pizza.
Tucson, maybe.
Ready to bring this good product back. And we have a lot
Joshua
of
probably
followers.
has 5 guys that can help you out, but that's a
Not really commissaries. Because most of the time the places I worked already went from like food truck to brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So I was never in a commissary with them. And then the other place I'm doing with right now is they're using their restaurant as their commissary. So
Yeah,
Right.
that's what a lot of people are doing. Sorry.
which is
kind of
really
like
cool.
for the catering as well. And
I
they're
mean,
using
that's what
that.
I would do too. You know,
Yeah.
it's how you make a second line of income for your already
right.
you know,
Yeah, I understand
bustling business. It's all your storage is there. You don't have to run to 3 different places to get everything that you need for a day. So hopefully that's an ideal world. That's where I want to be. But I know that I'm going to have to find a commissary before the brick and mortar gets built, because that just takes time.
Yeah.
And can't really speed
for
it
what
up.
everybody does, or everybody at home is listening, going, why does he need a commissary? What's a commissary for a food truck?
So commissary for food truck is a shared kitchen. It's got all the equipment, all the refrigeration, freezer, storage, dishwashers, space for your dishes, space for your dry storage. It's basically a huge shared kitchen that people will rent out spots and certain amounts of square footage, if you will, for refrigeration, in order to not have to go into the brick and mortar. It's kind of the step of you've got a food truck, the owner's on the food truck because it's their product,
Right.
you know what I mean, versus getting into a brick and mortar where you've got everything there and then you're hiring staff.
Right.
So-
And there's some some restaurants that use commissaries as well, which is really cool to kind of get into. But there's a lot there. But we got a few minutes left here. What is go ahead and ask your question. You typically try to ask like right at 10-second mark.
Right at the 10-second mark? Yeah. So Patrick, what do you recommend keeping in your kitchen, since you are a pizza guy, if you're making homemade pizza?
So at home?
At home, yeah.
Obviously, you need a good mixer for your dough. And then the oven. I use a uni.
Are you saying that a KitchenAid...
KitchenAids work. They're durable.
KitchenAid
KitchenAid,
mixer.
yeah, they're
I've
durable.
only burnt out 2 making pizza dough, so
I've got one, but a bigger one is better, depending on how many pizzas you really want to cook.
I need a floor stand one because I usually try to make too much pizza dough and then freeze it. But
Yeah, and then your oven. Your oven's the biggest thing. Depending on the style of pizza that you want,
Nice.
you need to have an oven to, be equipped to put out that style.
And we actually had Seared Living on, and they actually have some amazing pizza ovens up there, and that you can't get really anywhere else. And I mean, they're top notch pizza
Right.
ovens for at home, unless you want to do $160,000 build in your backyard for a
Right.
pizza oven. It's up to you.
You can do it, and you can do
you
some
too
pretty
can.
cheap. If for the people that already have their setup and they're comfortable with their setup, I think the biggest thing that you could have at your home is in your library, and you could get a book, get a couple books. There's Tony Gimignani's got the Pizza Bible that teaches you everything about every style.
I've tried a lot of different pizza dough recipes,
And they just came out
That one's
with
a good
a
one.
new one called The Pursuit of Pizza, and it's got 40 recipes from 40 world champions in it.
oh my goodness.
And it breaks it down to the T, and challenge yourself.
yeah.
It's going to be different every time with pizza. It's never the same thing.
The 00 flour is too expensive to try 40 different recipes in a week.
You just
but
you just do one a week for a year. Use the book for date night or something. And
that sounds like good content for something. I don't know.
It's an amazing book. It's full of pictures. It's full of all the information that you need if you want to really up your game into making homemade pizzas.
Or for those that have kids, pizza night, Friday night.
Yeah, no,
There you go.
and it's great for kids, dude. It's
Yeah,
a fun family activity.
Put the kids
dude.
to work.
All right.
From starting to
I'm
close,
Wesley Source of the
depending.
Tucson Tasty Show. We'll be right back. Thank you to our sponsors, Kiki Rogers of Country Financial Insurance, Viral Premium Beef, Mafia Kitchen, Your Financial Guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Levity Wellness Center, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail, and come back after the show. We actually have a twist on the Tasty Bites. I brought in pizza for Pat, the pizza guy, to try and see what he thinks. And we're going to rate them and see where we're at. But as always, stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source, and we're here having a great time with Cody Peck of Network Outdoors. And I feel like I spent the last 72 hours with you.
It's because we've been in the car together for 72 hours. No shower, nothing, man. Just rolling.
It was a rough week, but we went to California, and you can actually check out, we did Coffee with the Tasty Show out at one of the diners there, and I have to be honest, we got some coffee cake. I'm sorry, what is it, cupcake?
Cinnamon strudel, just because
Yes.
she can't call it coffee cake.
Because she can't call it coffee cake, but we got some coffee cake that was over the top delicious. I don't like cake, and this cake was good. And sorry, Tina, she wasn't there. Producer Tina was back home taking care of the kiddos.
Missed out on the cake.
And then they would take this huge pat of butter and they drop it right on top.
I'm already
and
sold.
It melts into it.
Yeah.
So you get this savory coffee cake that's just so good. it was just it.
Did you bring enough for the whole class? Or?
You know, I actually asked them if they ship it, and
Right.
he said no, but I will make an exception for the Tucson Tasty show.
That'd be awesome.
So it was exciting. Like we just walked in and started setting up, so we didn't even warn them we were coming. Well, all the cameras were on us, and we were in a booth, and then they also make the corned beef and hash from scratch there too.
Okay.
Like they cut up the potatoes, and they're not using any frozen ingredients at
Right.
all.
This
and,
is in Diego?
Cal Mesa, Ukaipa area.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even say half the words he just said, so we're good.
I understood it.
But what was the name of the place? It was Cappy's?
No, Clarky's.
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 Yeah,
I'll have
Clarky's
to check
Diner.
that out the next time I'm in that area.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was disappointed. I usually go straight for at breakfast places the chicken fried steak to find out how good they actually are, and she said no, it's frozen. So and they get it from Cisco, and it's not
There you
bad, but it's. I mean, if you're gonna make a restaurant, just make it. Right?
Yeah,
It's
just
not that
make it.
difficult, right? And
Yeah,
I'm gesturing over to Joshua, our consultant chef. But
When I was in South Carolina, I got to try some shrimp and grits, and it was on point. Like this whole menu that this place had was on point, and I had to pick one thing, and it was shrimp and grits because obviously you can't get that here, at least not
sure you can
abundantly.
at my house.
It was
We actually-
awesome. The place was called what was it called?
We actually do a cheesy polenta grits.
Flip side.
So we mix the grits and the
Yeah.
polenta, and we actually add in some cheese. I'm sure I'm making you hungry over there.
Yeah,
Emily.
you let me
My
know
mouth's
when
watering.
you let me know when that's ready. I'm there.
I don't know where did we get that from that we came up with that. It was something special, but it wasn't in Tucson. Did we bring that back from Cal? Anyways. It was good. So
It sounds good.
We got Tasty Bites with the Tucson Tasty Show, my favorite segment. And this Tasty Bites is brought to you by a secret sponsor who we will name after we get it rated. Do you know who it is yet?
Yeah, I already know. I could tell.
Let's see if you know who
That's
it is.
got to be Zio Pepe right there, right?
I don't know.
It looks like their birria pizza. That looks like Stephanie's pizza that she makes all the time, and absolutely
Go and
crushes
grab
it with.
grab a
This pizza's
slice
amazing.
and
I've had
pass it
before.
around.
You should have shown me the other one first. Probably would have been a little bit.
No,
more
the
difficult.
other one is definitely a dead giveaway because
yeah.
it's the figgy
Yep.
Stardust. But it is Zio Pepe.
These are awesome.
And
pizzas.
the reason I actually was going to get their dough and then get some sauce from Mama Luisa's, and we just really ran out of time because I don't have I have a solo stove
Yeah.
pizza oven, and I don't want to drag it all over the place.
Well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to bring my product. in,
No,
but,
we're doing a
as
taste
soon as
test.
the truck gets up and running, I'll pull up and for one of your shows, we'll feed everybody and
Beautiful.
do a tasty treat that
we'll
way.
have to do a tasty bites
next?
with the tasty show, yeah. And so this is their birria pizza, and a
Yeah,
little
it's
background
delicious.
on their pizza. Since we've already, the cat's out of the bag. If you're, yeah, I'm fine with saying that. Anyway, so the cat's out of the bag. Zio Pepe. Now their dough is made with mesquite flour and the ancient grain, and then they do a good mixture of flours there. And they only had to make 40 pizzas to get it right.
40 recipes.
40 recipes of
40
dough.
recipes of dough.
I imagine.
And,
Which equated to, like,
It's a lot
4,000
harder
pizzas?
when you're working with those type of flours.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now it's down to a science where they literally have it, or even the water measured out by weight.
Yeah.
They make this dough every morning and let it rest and rise, and then they roll it out. But it's some of the best bite. It has good structure, and the flavor is unreasonably good.
Yeah.
I think there's dig in. Yeah.
All right, let's
Now
give it a try.
With the birria, they actually don't make the birria in house because birria is a labor intensive thing, and it is from our friend Juan at El
Rustico?
Rustico, yeah.
Taco Rustico.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You got to say that Rustico.
Rustico.
Yeah, and we had him on the show a couple weeks ago, so I'm super excited about it. Now, since you already know about the pizza and you love it anyways, because who doesn't love this pizza? What do you
Right.
think, Emily?
It's delicious.
Zio Pepe. They're over on Tankerverde and right across from Golf and Stuff. And have you been in there?
I have not, but I've been told I need to go as a New
Yes.
York pizza snob,
Yeah,
and
it's
this holds up. It
Yeah.
holds up for sure.
Yeah, we
can't
ended
wait for you
we
to
ended
try
up
the
doing
Ziggy
one
Stardust
while we were.
or the. I don't know what it is. I lost what words are now. All of a sudden,
Well, I want to know what is a New York pizza snob?
Ziggy Stardust.
Oh,
Anybody-
New
anybody from New
Yorkers
York
get
that
the
likes pizza?
best pizza. It's hard to find New York pizza
I dealt
out
with
here.
them. I dealt with them all the time at my shop. They're awesome. They're just if they have the accent, you already know you're getting judged on your pizza every bite.
Which is hilarious, but that's why we send all of our friends from New York over to Bubby's Bagels because they're the closest thing to any real bagel in Tucson. And that's not saying that we don't have good bagels other places.
It's the water.
I love
It's a water thing.
Yeah, exactly. And they actually do the water at Bubby's Bagels. We got to get them on the show is what we need to do. So we have some hot sauce, and producer Tina's doing her job, and Haley
And-
has it on the counter. And I'm looking for it. So,
And when Wes was in California, he's gotten a new hot sauce he wants everyone to try.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Ahmed,
Can't
the
wait.
Dead Terrorist hot sauce from what's his name?
So excited.
Oh, Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
And I got some stuff that's hotter than that for you to try today, Cody.
Oh, are you trying to give me pain back?
Turnabout is fair play. But we had a guest on last week that showed us how to make sure that this is all shaken up. Now, I do have a sticker. If you want to try this one is the Last Dab Experience, and this Last Dab Experience is amazing, but it's made with Pepper X. It's spicy, but it's not.
Yeah, heat level 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
Tight.
it's 3 million Scoville.
I can't wait.
I love it. It actually isn't as bad as a lot of other hot sauces,
There's
but
a good smokiness to it.
you taste the pepper with this hot sauce, and that's
Yeah.
why this is the Tucson Tasty Show challenge.
I didn't
And
taste anything else afterwards, but
and if you want to be a part of this challenge, you can always give us a call. And we'll get it set up. But yeah, you got to get some of that dab out on the plate.
oh,
Dip
okay. I
it,
thought I
let's
was
go.
doing it off the chip. You want me to do it off the pizza?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pizza.
So what's
It's
this
all
other
that
one
Like
you
the
brought
dab
over
you
here?
took.
I just can't.
Well, I should have taken the dab first because now I feel like I have to go bigger than hers, and that's a pretty big
I
dab.
promise I'm not going to eat it all.
I don't
Uh,
want
yeah,
you.
you
to.
don't-
You got to go bigger.
You don't want
Go
to
big or
eat
go home.
too much, but
That's a fair enough dab,
I'd
right?
like to go home
do you
without
like
a
hot
stomach
sauce?
ache.
Do you like hot sauce?
I'm a little weak with the heat, but I can do a little bit.
Okay,
This is
you-
gonna be fun.
You
I-
do not want this next one because the next one is over
My
the top.
parents are watching this, and my dad is probably just laughing so hard in his recliner right now, waiting for me to do this because he knows how red I'm about to get. This one's for you, Pops. Happy Father's Day.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, friend, share, subscribe and repeat.
Subscribe, rinse, repeat, like, dislike, whatever. We want interactions.
So this next one is Mata Sands and
There
hot
it is.
sauce, and it came in a box, and it's actually stupidly hot is what it's described as. But that Pepper X is tasty.
That's not
right?
bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Here
It's
you go.
probably
Oh.
going to come in a little bit
All
on
right,
the back
now-
end, but
now
that is
I-
not bad. I can do that one. It's hot, though.
I usually just sit there and I just keep eating it.
Who else
and
wants
eating
some of
it
this
and eat
puppy?
it.
It's
I'm
hot,
gonna- I'll-
but you're
I'll
right.
try
You
it.
taste the pepper.
You get the
I'll
pepper.
try it.
Yeah.
You got to try everything once. Sometimes you get in trouble, sometimes you don't, you know?
Are you sure you want this next
Yeah,
one?
no, I'll try it. I mean, it's going to blow me out, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm
no.
going
This,
to pass
this,
this one by.
this next one.
You want me to do it?
I caused him pain, and now he wants payback.
That one's not too bad. It's lingering. Yep. It's enough to burn 9.5 tongues.
one dab is enough to. So I get these hot sauces actually from Hot Ones, and I got a box subscription for Father's Day last year, and we actually had to cancel the subscriptions because once you have 60 bottles of hot sauce in your fridge, it's hard to go through them.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the hot sauce, but I don't drink it out of a cup. So we have lots of hot sauce if you ever want to try
I'll do
some.
a chip with this one.
Okay.
The pizza bread tastes longer to chew than a chip. We got to get that. We got to get this down quick.
Well, and if you want that reaction, go to YouTube. That's the Tasty Show 520, and check it out because we're going to go on a quick break and then come back for the last segment. I'm Wesley Source, your host of the Tucson Tasty Show. We'll be right back. Special thank you to our sponsors: Kiki Rogers Country Financial Insurance, Veril Premium Beef, Novus Vita, Mafia Kitchen, your financial guy Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Levity Wellness Center, and Allegra Marketing, Print, and Mail. Stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Soares. We're enjoying some amazing pizza from Zio Pepe. Guys, a thank you and a happy birthday to Devin Sander of Zio Pepe. We stopped over there to get some pizza so we could talk about pizza with the pizza guy, Pat the pizza guy. And we also have Emily from the food bank. Super excited to go over and check out everything. So the judging starts on Monday.
Yeah, so we'll have our judges come on Monday to see which sculptures they like the best or for each category. But you, the people, can also donate to vote. So we have Build Day on June 22nd, next Saturday at the Park Place Mall. And then the sculptures actually stay up at the Park Place Mall until July 10th. So you can go check them out and vote for your favorite. One donation equals one vote. And every little bit counts. $1 helps us provide 4 meals. So every little donation really makes a big difference.
That's huge.
$1 for 4 meals.
I'll take that anyway.
Where's those value meals at the restaurants these days?
Right.
So, where is your favorite place to eat, Emily? Everybody always asks me, so I've got to start asking everybody else.
Well, my favorite Italian comfort food, because that's what I grew up on, is Bottega Michelangelo. That's where I go when I really want like that taste at home.
Up in Oro Valley, off of McGee and Oracle for everybody.
Yep, that's the one.
And what's your favorite thing to eat there?
Oh, I don't know. Everything there is good. I really like getting a lot of their different appetizers and sharing them, especially the orecchiette, like the fried rice ball.
So you're like me, you want to go out and eat and bring all your friends and family with, because it's that's how food should be, right?
Yep, exactly. Sharing food together.
How's the hot sauce going, Cody?
I'm right
It's
there.
clearing
with
the
you,
nose, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I think I have the most out of everyone. At
I'm all
first I was like,
trying
oh,
to
this
be
ain't
quiet
that
'cause
bad.
there's microphones
5
all
bites
over.
of it, then I'm like, oh, here it comes.
Fair enough.
It's good. Good flavor.
He wants me to do this because we caused him pain in California.
Yeah.
Unbelievable pain.
So we went out to get some wings, and we had some Carolina Reaper wings, and they weren't actually that bad. They were really good. And then we go back to his sister's place with his brother-in-law likes to try different hot sauces, but he doesn't understand what hot sauce should be, because this hot sauce was just evil, and it was evil condensed into a bottle and then served. But it's from Jeff Dunham, and it's the Dead Terrace Ahmed.
Yep.
And
Just pure capsation.
It's just pure pain.
Yeah.
But there supposedly is 3 different peppers in it, and the first one is scorpion pepper, the second one's Carolina Reaper, and then the third one was habanero or something.
I mean, why even
Ghost
put the
pepper.
habanero in there?
Ghost pepper.
Yeah, I mean, what do you even need it for at that point?
Right. So I try it, and it took about 20 minutes for the heat to stop, and like it was to the point where my lips were tingly, and it was.
Needed 2
Not
scoops of ice
good.
cream the next day to sit on?
Oh no, yeah. And we were driving back to Tucson, so but we are on the
we
radio,
had him in
so-
an ice bath.
Yeah. So it was good. It was different. I mean, it had some flavor to it, but it was just pain, straight pain. And that's one thing I don't like about hot sauces that are just hot to be hot. And but it stays on character for Ahmed. So
Right.
So
from Jeff Dunham.
So Patrick, you go into California, if I'm correct, right? Have you ever been to Lou and Eddie's?
Where is it at?
Lou and Eddie's?
That is towards Running Springs.
I mainly go to like San Diego or up north to the Bay.
Okay.
So I don't think I have.
Isn't Lou and Eddie's from Chicago?
No,
That's
it's
Lou and
called-
Ollie's.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Lou and Eddie's. It's a small pizza joint.
I don't know.
Once it won a few awards for national stuff. Once it went on diners, drive-ins, and dives, it's just packed all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be in Southern California my favorite pizza joint.
Okay. I will check it out the next time I'm in there. It's been a minute since I've been going west. It's all east. It's all been east traveling for me lately.
Fair enough. So, Emily, what is your favorite meal to cook at home?
I like to switch it up. I can't kind of do the same thing over and over, but there's one dish that when I have the time to do it, I love it. It's called bignolati, and it's from southern Italy or Sicily. It's just pizza dough rolled out really thin, stuffed with ground beef, caramelized onions, Parmesan cheese, Roll it up, bake it.
Sold.
Delicious.
Sold.
I feel like a collaboration is going to happen.
We're going to have you in for the Tasty Bites next week.
Okay, so next week I'll make everyone vignolati.
Right.
She's actually going to be here next week to
Yeah.
promote the.
So
food
she's
bank.
bringing the Tasty Bite, it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll come by just to make sure everybody's okay. No problem.
I think next week we actually have Rocco's in, so
Nice.
that would be fitting.
Rocco's
Yeah.
in.
So we're looking forward to that. Now we have a couple things coming up this week that we want to talk about and invite everybody out to, and it is don't forget to join us at Thunder Bacon Burger on Wednesday. We're going to be there all day. We're doing a restaurant takeover for the TV show, so we're going to be recording all day. You can come out, be on TV. You get to support Chef Lindy and try some of that Vero premium beef. He does an amazing job with the smash burgers, and we're going to learn how to do smash burgers properly. And we're also going to have we're going to have Laramida Cellars provide wine, and Black Rock Brewers, Tony from Black Rock Brewers will be there to provide beer. So it's going to be really good.
That's going to be amazing.
I'll show
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I've been itching for a smash burger from Lindy, so
Oh man, and you got to get the donut one, because the donut one, he takes 2 donuts, he puts a burger in the middle of 2
Yeah.
donuts, and then it's like 16 patties thick. And
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
And
I don't know if I'll
afterwards-
be able to do that one.
I think I could
afterwards-
have one bite of
I'm about
that.
to be, I'm gonna be stuck on a metal truck soon. I got to start thinking about losing weight.
Yeah. Tina, the producer, actually ordered that one, and I think I got diabetes watching her eat it.
So you know what tomorrow is, right?
Tomorrow is Father's Day.
So-
Thank you to all of our amazing fathers that are out in the world.
So Wes, you are a father.
I am.
I'm going to put you on the spot. What is your father's tip for life?
I don't think the show's that deep, bro. Tip for life. The tip for life is marry an amazing woman that is a great mother, and you will be a good father along with her. How's that?
There we go.
The secret to my success is producer Tina, and that's just what it is. All right, I can't really say anything else to that. And everybody that knows her knows.
Yeah,
So,
she keeps you
all
in
right.
check.
Thank you for the awkward moment from Cody Peck. So, Thunder Bacon Burger Wednesday. We'll be there all day. Also, check us out at Coffee with the Tucson Tasty Show. That's also open to everybody. Now, both of these support the local business, so that's what's important. We're promoting the local business scene, and everybody knows that everything slows down during summer.
Big time.
So we're just trying to get people out and involved. That's how Thunder Bacon Burger is going to be funding the TV show. So we don't actually charge the restaurants to come on the radio show, and that's one of the big things that we just don't talk about. But we don't charge the radio or the restaurants to come on the radio show. We don't charge the chefs to come on the show, and we're not going to charge the restaurants directly for any of the TV shows because they're the backbone of the restaurant industry here, and we want to support them, and we want to collaborate with them. So
That's awesome.
we're asking all of our fans, all of their fans, to come out and support them so that we can continue doing what we're doing, and we can get them recognized on the national scene. Because not only will this be on the CW and KGON 9, but we're going to be hopefully in all 53 markets by the end of the year.
Awesome.
Yeah. And, eat at local restaurants, support local restaurants.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think, oh, you're a restaurant owner,
Right.
you're making bank, but the restaurant industry has small margins.
Yeah.
So get
Very-
out there,
very
eat
small.
local, skip the chains.
Check on all your restaurant owners, because we're not all okay all the time. Promise you.
Well, and you can go to thetastyshow.com and check out the events. The Coffee with the Tasty Show this week, we're actually going to a local business that wants a spotlight, and I'm looking for, let's see, there it is, Calliope Co., and we're going to have some local coffee out there. And it's literally just conversations. We just sit down, we throw up some mics, and whoever is there can come out and join us. You can also check that out in our posts on our social media. Cool. And you got to go to thetastyshow.com so you can sign up for that premium, that Tucson Tasty Show beer oral box. and see all the amazing things in there. And I think we're going to do something fun with that, where we're going to actually put a different recipe in each box. But then we'll have a QR code so you can actually cook with a chef. So it'll all go back to a video, and you'll get to cook with local chefs that get this beef and cook with it all the time as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I can't wait for that box to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, July 1st. So if
Get in time for 4th of July.
Yeah, if you sign up prior to that, you get the discount, and it's going to be 3 months at a time. So you pay for 21 meals, and they're for 3 months. It's great. And yeah, no, I mean, the value to it is incredible, and I can't wait. And the beef, the flavor, oh, it's so good. And I don't know if you've had that Viral premium beef or not, but not only is it from a sustainable ranch, Ian, the rancher, is just one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. And Snora, his operations manager, is incredible. So
Awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us today at the Tucson Tasty Show. We'll see you next week on Saturday from 3 to 4. We will have Rocco, I believe, is next week. Rocco's Pizza, Chicago Pizza. Thank you to our guests and sponsors: Cody Peck, our financial guy, Patrick, Emily with the food bank, Kiki Rogers Country Financial Insurance, Viral Premium Beef, Novus Vita Mafia Kitchen, your financial guy, Cody Peck, again, Network Outdoors, Local First, Arizona Levity Wellness Center, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail. I'm your host, and stay tasty, Tucson.